What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench, the series that you put on in the background whilst you paint along, hobby along, do whatever, house cleaning, whatever, go to sleep. I don't know actually if my videos have been used as a meditation, relaxation thing. It's a relaxation technique for me. It's certainly making them and painting, but you do what you want to do. Hopefully you get some stuff done like I am. I've recently shown off a Dead Man's Chest chair from Reaper Bones, Dark Heaven Legends, and I said I got two of them. They're for a campaign, a homebrew campaign, where it's going to involve, I don't know, it's going to involve seafaring, treasure pirates, that kind of vibe. It's going to have that kind of vibe to it. Whilst it seems crazy to be adding more stuff to the bench, I'm going to open these and I'm going to paint them. Well, I'm going to prime them today. Get your coffee ready. I've got mine. It's all here, raring to go. I have some stuff to talk about. Because, you know, I'm on holiday right now, which is good, which is awesome. I'm just going to pop another light on a moment. There we go. Get some more light onto the bench. Let's get you down to the bench. Let's go with that first, shall we? There. That's quite a good angle, I think. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee a moment whilst I'm contemplating what I'm doing here. Right, I've managed to put some miniatures away that I've finished, or, you know, finished for now, that kind of thing. So I'm going to break these two open, pop them onto these little holders, and yeah, you guessed it, going to do some priming. Whilst I'm not going overboard on what miniatures I'm doing, because I'm aware that I've got to be taking my stuff up there sometime soon, and hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm going to get these bad boys done first. So a nice big chunk of metal there, like 2 Roman coins almost, you know. As I say, these are really just for a bit of atmosphere. There we go. Pop the packaging into the bin. Don't think there's much written on the back. They're nice and shiny, so no mould release powder to worry about as such. Bit of this black primer, and away we go. So what have I got to talk about? Well, went away to Seaton again. I'm going to get a bigger brush here. Yeah, I think. Oh no, I'll use this one, old wash brush. Went away to Seaton again for our anniversary and my wife's birthday. We had a great time. Now we went with a couple of goals, one main goal in particular. So we stayed a night in the same place we stayed before, and without asking, we ended up in the exact same room, which is quite funny. So we knew the room well, which was quite nice. So yeah, so there's that. Now what we wanted to do, because we know that when we move, right, we're going to have people coming up and staying with us at some various points, and we want to know what entertainment is like, you know, in the daytime, in the evening, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know a lot of it, but I know it, but I don't know it, if that makes sense. It's been far too long since I lived there. Plus, I was a kid then, so if you're looking for adult entertainment like bars and clubs and that, you know, then my memory there is very, very limited. Alright, so I've got the primer on that one. So that'll probably do him for this episode. Let's get another one on here. I'm at a stage where I'm near to completion on a lot of the miniatures here. Right. So we went on a mini pub crawl. That's what we did. We got there. We started. Found a lovely. And the great thing was, the first kind of pub we went into is a very traditional sort of pub. Think of, like, it's called the King's Arms, but think of the Winchester from the movie Shaun of the Dead. Very much like that, yeah. Very much like that. Except without the zombies, of course. Old, traditional pub. Yeah. Pub food, homemade food, all that kind of stuff. So that was nice. We figured we'd like to eat there in the evening. The problem was you had to book and reserve, and we weren't able to do that in advance because we hadn't really thought about that far ahead till we got there, really. But that was okay. But I had a couple of drinks in there anyway. It was really, really nice. That's that one done. Yeah, it was really, really nice. And did that, and we went to check in our room and sort ourselves out. Then we went for a nice walk. Oh, checked out the bowling green in the bowling club. Because that's probably going to be something I do when I get a bit older, is join the bowling club. I say older when I don't have work, because at the moment I just don't have time for that sort of stuff. Yeah, when I'm no longer working, that sort of thing would be much more accessible to me and much more available and just easier all round. So, can do that. That's fine. Right, this book I'm going to give a coat of a nice dark brown. That's not what I was going to say, bowling club wise. It's a spell book here, look. Another bit of terrain or objective. But yeah, so where was I? Bowling club. I forgot here, Rhinox Hide. Dryad Bar could be fine. Yeah, so check that out. It was really, really good. Checked out the local sort of fun golf, like not crazy golf exactly, but it's called Jurassic Golf. It's themed. It's like a mini golf course, like a crazy golf course, but themed in the style of like dinosaurs and things. So I think our daughter would like that because she's heavily into dinosaurs. I mean, she loves them with a passion that I had funnily enough, when I lived in Seaton as a child. Odd being on the Jurassic coast with all these fossils. Maybe there's just something in the air. Who knows? I'm just going to pop a bit of brown onto the palette here, there, like so. Touch of water. Thin it down. Once I get to Seaton and my new studio, get my wet palette up and running again, and all will be well. Right. Okay, this is going to be two different books. This one and this one. I'm thinking one kind of good, one kind of evil, as a feel, to it. And I don't actually know which one will be which. So that'll be a surprise. I think I won't decide myself. I'll let the dice decide, and I won't know if it's in a game. If it's in game, I'm not going to ask the question until I get there, or at least if there's any obvious signs. There might not be any obvious signs. So I didn't give that some thought. But yeah, I'm just getting prepared here. Anyway, so going back to my story of my trip away. Yeah, so we checked out a few things, and then went to like one of the daytime bars they got there just to check it out, just to see. And very friendly, very nice. Everywhere, by the way, is dog friendly, it would seem. Loads of dogs there. Ah, brown book cover. That's that done. The other one's got gold inscription, like encasing on it on the book itself. Being that it's chained up, I'm thinking that one might be the evil one, but who knows? It might be deceiving. Might be a double deception. Ah, yeah. So we checked out this bar called the Vault. Very nice, very friendly. Got chatting to some strangers in there, and they had dogs, and yeah, just very friendly in general. Stayed there for a short while, watching the sea, which was rough, by the way, because of the weather. It was fascinating to watch the sea at its powerful essence like that. It was just like a reminder of how little you are in the course of nature. It really was, and so that was good to watch. Okay, he's got some sort of shoulder pad things going on here. I'm thinking there'll be like a brassy colour. Ooh, Castellax bronze. Perfect. Perfect. Perfection. That's what it is. He's a Age of Sigmar dude, but of course I'm just painting him up to be ready for some role-playing action. You know, especially people, if I get to Seaton, I get some role-playing games in, and they've not played Warhammer, which seems unlikely, but so it kind of goes a bit hand in hand. But I'll just plonk these down on the desk if I'm running the game. You know, I'm like, oh wow, who's this dude then? Well, my friend, at the moment, he's going to be representing some sort of gladiator type character. Gladiatorial. So yes, I keep distracting myself with my story, don't I? Yeah, so we had a bit of time in the vault. From there, I went to a place called the Royal Clarence, which used to be the Royal Clarence Hotel in the old days, so my mum tells me. She would know the history better than I. And that was a lovely, lovely bar. I would say it was more your like type of rock music bar. Though that said, I'm guessing all sorts of music goes on there. I mean, a lot of these places, including the place we stayed, the airport, does live music. Big, huge signs saying live music and karaoke, by the way. Oops, hope I didn't jog the camera too much there. Yeah, so we did that. I went to a place called the Malt House, which wasn't so good. It was described to us actually by the barman in the airport. He said he said it's got a very Wetherspoon-esque vibe to it. Very expensive, and I won't be going back there. Very overpriced. But I was very impressed with some of the other places. Ended up for our evening meal in a place called. Now I don't know the exact name of the place, because the name on the windows was the Tipsy Cow, right? But chatting to the manager guy, he gave us a business card and that says the Shed, just known as the Shed. So I don't know. Had a lovely meal there. Absolutely gorgeous. Here we ended up back at our hotel. Popped in Tesco's on the way home, or before we went home. See, everywhere's within walking distance, so that's good. Very pleased with that. We've applied for a parking permit for the Orchard car park. When I was a kid there, it still used to be an orchard. Used to go apple scrumping there. I was a kid, you know. Yeah, so there's a lot of farmlands around there. My dad grew up on a farm. Well, it was early, till he was 14. Then he went away to join the Navy. Like 14. Imagine that. That's independence for you. Leave school at 14 to join the Navy. He became an officer, of course. And the rest, as they say, is history. But going back to my original statement of what was our main goal, one of our main goals when we were there was to check out the scene, the local music scene, the live music scene, and think, could we see ourselves there in that capacity? And I've got to say, the early signs are promising. I think I could see myself there doing that. You know, I think I could. So, Just looking at these other guys. Don't think there's any brass needed on them, really. I could do the edge of his axe here. Yeah, so we've got some friends that might come up and stay, and it'll be nice to say to them, yes, we'll go to this place and that place, because if you like a quiet place, we'll go there. If you want something more lively, I know just the place to go. Yeah, it's going to be really good. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Just doing this, he's got like a little pendant thing around his neck, just doing that. Has this one got anything that could be? Yes, he has actually. Brass. So I got myself some new tracksuit trousers whilst I was there over the course of the weekend, and I'm wearing them now. Very comfortable, very nice. Yeah, the wind very strong along the front. My mum did warn me about that. She did. I'm doing a sort of a clasp / buckle thing over his front. Right. Any more for any more? No one else got any brass they'd like to impart? No, he doesn't have any. What about you? Not really, no. What about this dude here? Some brass nodules, perhaps, on his shield. Get that done. The first time we went to Seaton this year, it was very, very, very hot. That wasn't the case this time. So, it was good for my wife to see the place in not quite as good a light. You know, she saw it at its best in the summer, but now she's seen it not at its best, and she's still in love with the place. So that's good. I can't believe my luck, really, how lucky and fortunate I am. You know, I'm going to be starting a new life with my wife, going back to where I grew up and have all my fond memories, and I just feel I've lived my adventure coming away. It's time to go home. That's how I feel. That's what it feels like, you know. Check out these dudes here now. I put some brass down here. I don't think it matters too much. I don't think it has to be too uniform. I mean, shit, it's my miniature. Paint it how I want. I've decided to paint his knee pad brass. Bronze, whatever it is. Something I'm looking forward to is when we move is eating the actual farm foods, proper farm foods, straight from the farm. You can't get much fresher than that, eh? You can't get much fresher than that. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. So it rained quite a bit while we were there, and we had a lot of breaks in the rain as well. But yeah, we were there in some bad, harsh weather, wind and rain, and so you know, that's seeing a place not at its best, isn't it? Didn't put us off though. We still did a fair bit of walking. It's a fair bit of walking, yeah. And that is going to be good. So much healthier for us. Yeah. The more we're there, the more we'll walk, and that will just be great for us. Yeah, I've done him. A couple of bronze knee pads. Another thing I'm looking forward to when we move is sorting my eyes out, sorting my teeth out, signing up with a new doctor. It's all going to be good. So I'm just doing the brassy bits or bronze bits on this fellow's weapon. That could be called a warhammer, couldn't it? What he's carrying here. It could be deemed a warhammer. Yeah, so in terms of weather this weekend, it's been terrible. But you know, it's been alright though. It's been a very good time. All the more reason for staying in somewhere and shutting the door and turning up the fire, whatever, you know, whatever you're into. If you're into watching movies, then I would say do that. Cup of hot chocolate, something like that. There. So this is what I like to do. When I paint, I like to get a colour, say blue for instance, and I'll paint whatever I'm wanting to be blue on the miniature I'm currently working on. And then I'll look at any other miniatures I've got on the desk or the bench and think, is there anything they could be done in blue, you know, for instance. Right, now I'm looking at this carpet rug thing, and I'm thinking it's 3D printed, right? I'm thinking it could do with a dry brush of I'm thinking Longbeard Grey. That is what I'm thinking. So we are looking for Longbeard Grey. Hey ho, what do you know? Right here. Now, Longbeard Grey. On a brown. Oh, I don't know. Let's see how this turns out, shall we? Turning out okay, I believe. We had coffee in a place called the Chine. Well, the Hideaway it's called. I think it used to be called the Chine Cafe. A place called the Chine. Down on Seaton Seafront. Man, we got in and the heavens opened up. And the waves were crashing in, and it's quite scary when you watch that water come up, because it makes you think, if nature wanted to wash me away, I'd be gone, and there'd be nothing I could do about it. Absolutely nothing. But we were glad to get in. We were in there with a few other patrons, and so that was quite good. Pop that rug there. So that was a brown and grey rug. So I can do the other rugs in different colours, can't I? Okay, what time have we got here? So we're halfway through anyway, already. Can you believe that? I find it very hard to wrap my head around sometimes. I'm looking at my Imperial Fists here. Thinking about their... my phone is going. Oh, that's alright. It's a Portsmouth number, and if it's important, they can leave me a message. It's usually marketing and stuff like that. No one I'm actually waiting for. If it was my wife, I'd have had to have answered it. You know how it is. If it's important, they can leave me a message. Oh, the other thing I get a lot is job, like recruiters, and that they see my CV. I don't know where, because I'm sure I've signed off of pretty much every job recruiting place now. I have been for a couple of years, but well, a year at least. But they still keep chasing me. No, I'm not interested in looking for another job right now. And if I was, it would be where I'm working. Another department, not somewhere else. Yeah. Oh, I could use that bronze. Oh, I've missed a purity seal on that side on this one. It's a good job I picked that one up. Racar flesh I use for the purity seals, and the purity seal wax. Oh, yeah. Well, I think I'd like to do the inside of the shield black anyway, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to pop this palette to one side a moment, grab myself another one. And where I can find it, well, I'll just use this brush for now. Pop some water in with that. There we are. Lots of dark colours, black like primer and stuff today. And dark brown, so I've put my heater on, by the way, because it's a bit chilly out here. What are you working on anyway, guys? Do let me know. And that way I can... Are you working on Warhammer stuff? Some historical stuff? I know some of you do the Napoleonics and that, and that's always fascinated me. I know absolutely nothing about Napoleonics, and I mean nothing, but whenever I've seen them painted up, they look pretty fantastic, I gotta say. You know, credit where credit's due. They look pretty darn amazing. Right, so I'm just doing the inside of this shield black. And I think I'll do the outside trim bronze. Yeah, now that'll look good. Yeah, so we've applied for a parking permit for Seaton, which is good. Just so that we can park our car in the car park literally a few steps away from our front door. I'm not going to bother, because if I did get another car, if I did, and I don't know if I'm going to, I'd have to, well, I suppose I can change it over. But I'm just going to see how, I'm just going to play it by ear to see how it goes, because, you know, I might not be keeping my car. Might not be. So there'd be very little point in me getting it in there. It's non-refundable as well, so. I'm going to... I could get the Rakoff flesh out and do his other purity seal. I could do that. So I'm just looking for some Rakoff flesh, and seems I found it. Oh, there's just like a cool old parchment type colour. Games Workshop used to use it on their purity seals. Aye. Works for me. So I'm just doing the parchmenty bit. Yeah, I was saying, wasn't I? Good to get sorted with the dentist, opticians. They've got an opticians there as well. So obviously I will do that. Just gotta get the other side of these parchments done somehow here. Do excuse me while I look really awkward. Purity seals is a funny thing, isn't it? It's like one of those things you think, oh, I'll go all around all the miniatures, look for every purity seal. You think you've got them all, and then nope, you've missed one. It's really bizarre. Really, really bizarre. Right. Is there anything I can add to his belt, perhaps? Or his trousers? I think his trousers would be good in a grey, but because there's a lot of brown, dark colours, I'm thinking a slightly lighter brown for that. A bit less realistic, I think, but yeah. We'll go with beige brown. That's what I'll do. Beige brown. or his trousers. Yeah, so all in all, we sampled about 5 different places during our time away. Now, surprisingly, or to my wife's surprise, there's many more that we've yet to sample. Yes, many more that we've yet to sample. I'm hoping we'll become quite well known in a short period of time of being there. Especially if we go, I don't know, say we chose the King's Arms as a quiet place to go, like a Sunday afternoon, go there. I think that would be nice. Pop in there on a Sunday afternoon. It's a walk away, it's a little walk away, not very far. A little walk down memory lane. Yeah, so that is gonna be good. Right, so he's got his trousers done. That's cool. I'm gonna do this guy's. Oops, sorry, kicking the camera around. I'm gonna do this guy's trousers too. I think it'll be good. And we've got Exeter on our doorstep there as well. If we did want the city, you know, I really don't crave that at all. But there you go. We could get a bus to the Exeter actually. Well, worry about parking. We could do that. We might. Brown trousers on this dude, looking alright actually. These are going to be my gladiators. I don't know whether they're going to be good or bad, or a mixture of both, or like I usually think to do. We'll leave it to the fate chart or whatever oracle we're using. Alright, let's do some brown trousers on him too. Could be like these brown trousers, they could be like a sort of leather offcut of some creature that they use to make the clothing from, or indicate that they're from the same sort of area. Could do that, couldn't it? There. Yeah, I think we're alright. Doing alright there, doing alright. Yeah, no, I think I'll leave it there. That's pretty darn good. We're at 46 minutes, my friends. Yeah, so we've had a pretty good weekend. No fireworks in Seaton this year, which was disappointing. Yeah, which is a shame. They always had the most amazing firework display when I was a kid. Yeah, no. Probably thanks to the lockdown, etc. Why things like that I've had to stop in some places. Hard to pick up again once you stop them. They are at least doing the carnival though, which is good. Trouble is we've missed that this year. But that's okay, there's always next year. Oh, I'll have some more coffee. It's nice and warm and toasty in here now. I'm going to... yeah, I think I'm going to... well, I don't know what else to do actually. I was going to say I'll leave it there and chat to you, but... there literally isn't much else I can do. I don't think there's anything I can do to finish this off. Well, maybe there is. And I guess we could put some shade wash down on the metal bits. We'll do that. Alright, that's the top row done. At the end of the day, this doesn't have to look amazing. I could do the hilts of the swords. In fact, I think I probably should do. Got the shields on the front to do. This is that. Well, I was going to do the hilts of the swords, yeah. They can be probably like a bronze. So that'll be good. Shouldn't take too long to do the hilts of the swords and any other handle areas. And then varnish it. Gotta wait for it to dry, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it's just other than that, it's just the knowing what you're going to do. I don't know what colour to do the robes. I've missed another Purity Seal wax part. See, it's just that's just so bizarre. I'm gonna get some bronze up again anyway. Castellax bronze. There's a few bronze areas I can do. Right, so that's there, like so. A drop of airbrush thinner, which turned into 2 drops. Might be for the best. Brush out. Right then. Right then, me lados. I get this handle of this. I don't know what you call it, a banner or something. It's not really a banner, is it? But whatever it is he's holding here. This symbol, this whatever it is. Doing the handle bronze. Or at least the main part of the handle. Oh, and the rains come back with a vengeance. That ain't nice. I think once I've done this video, I shall head on in. Just because of the weather. It's been nice having today off, I'll give you that. Hope they've missed me. If any of you are watching, hope you missed me. Yeah, arrogant as hell, isn't it? I hope you missed me. I'm thinking of having a pizza, homemade pizza for tea tonight. Let's do these wing bits up here, bronze too. And then we'll do the outer bits gold. I think the key is not to have too much gold. Bronze is fine though. You can pretty much have as much as you want, I think. So you've let me know what you're working on. That's good. Don't forget, when we do get to the end of the video, give it a thumbs up and a share. You know, just like the video, because that really helps out with the algorithm. The algorithm, which is like this evil antagonist we got to fight. The YouTube algorithm. It is a funny beast. Ah, so many things to do here. I think he's got a skeleton on this banner thing. I think it's supposed to be a real skeleton. They are a bit grim-dark in Warhammer, so it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know what other bits we were going to do. Yeah, so I got myself a miniature to represent Strahd from the Curse of Strahd, so that's going to be awesome too. Picked him up, this like vampire dude. He's going to be awesome. So looking forward to doing all that when we get to see and sorting everything out. I won't know where to start first, will I? Bolt action, Warhammer. I'm turning off my heating in here now because, frankly, it's boiling hot. So yeah, we were getting to know some of the local establishments on the Saturday and Sunday up in Seaton, and it's good. We haven't done them all yet. It's not. Some of them are seasonally closed as well, or due to holidays, or sickness or whatever, because you don't have the same amount of population there. It's just there's not enough people, and that's a good thing. So I think Plymouth's a bit overcrowded. I think it is. Goodness, that rain. Pardon me. They're not coming to do their shoulder pads yet. That's another story. That's another kettle of fish. That is. My goodness. So what else are we going to do? Brass here. Nothing on him. Damn. I think I've gone a bit bonkers with it, haven't I? I'm going to do his bottom shoulder pad trim. In bronze. Yeah, so we're gonna have a pizza tonight, I think. Homemade pizza. So our daughter's moved out now. It's odd. She's like, oh, what should we do tonight? We can watch whatever we want, do whatever we want. Not that we couldn't before, but it's like, what should we do? Sometimes we watch stuff together and things, Our daughter's loving it, living away from home. Loving the independence, I think, which I knew she would. Yeah, she's alright. She's moved out. Since she moved out, she's got herself a PlayStation, and she likes to play that when she comes home from work, and that's kind of her thing now. I haven't played video games in in over a decade now. I was thinking maybe I should get back into it again. What do you think? It would be good, actually, because I'd be coming back into it. And there would have been a decade of improvements since I last played. And the games were pretty good when I played, you know. And this train of thought stemmed from a conversation I was having with my brother-in-law, actually, when we were celebrating my wife's birthday. No, our daughter's birthday. Sorry, we went out, yeah, to a Japanese restaurant. And we were just chatting about computers, and it turns out he had a lot of the old computers that I did when I was a kid, and yeah, it's just good reminiscing, you know. I've done the trim on the bottom of his leg there. I quite like that. That looks good. I know I've got to do some washes on these. Like some more precise washes. And that's okay. It's just remembering. You forget to do it, and then you pick up the miniature. Oh, I haven't done that yet. I haven't painted a miniature in a week or so. I used to have videos, you know, in the bag, ready to go, all scheduled, you know. But just since working full time, it's just not been possible. I don't think anybody else has got. No. Wash him out. Right, what time have we got? Oh, we've gone over the hour, so that's good. Well, it's not good, but it is good, because it means I can finish up here. Zoom out. We can finish up. There we are. Hey. So it's all kind of up in the air here at the moment. Not up in the air, but all my stuff's up in the air because it's packed in boxes, a lot of it, and it doesn't feel as good because I like to be surrounded by my things, you know. They make me feel good. So the sooner we move and the sooner we get unpacked, the better. But there's lots to do. As soon as we move in, literally, I've got to sort of get on the phone or find a local tradesperson, get our loft boarded out so that we can store a lot of stuff up in the loft. Because until that's done, the studio is going to be where all the stuff's stacked, stored. So that's not going to be good. But we're gonna get as much done as we can, as soon as we can, and then yeah. So we're going to be playing Sony. We're going to be laughing about this this time next year. We'll be laughing. But that's it for now. So I've done a few things. Not actually finished anything, but I've got a few things further along, and that's sometimes it's just as good to do that, isn't it? Let me know what you're working on, as I said earlier. Give the video a thumbs up and all that good stuff, and I'll see you on another video. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye bye.